3 years ago, my own sister shipped me off to a reform facility. Young Master Jia said I cost the company 100 million, and my oldest sister didn't even blink, just threw me in there to learn some discipline. My own parents watched with dead eyes like I was their biggest shame. 3 years later, I came back a changed person, and now they regret it. 3 years later, I'm standing right back at the front gate of the Zhou family mansion. Honestly, I never thought I'd be back here again. 3 years ago, this is exactly where they dragged me out from. I remember it perfectly. It was raining, mud everywhere. 2 security guards had me by the arms, dragging me out. I clawed at the doorframe so hard my nails cracked, blood smeared all over it. I bet you can still see the mark. I turned around screaming, "Mom, Dad, big sis, second sis, third sis." I said I didn't touch the company's money. I said I didn't set up Zhou Ning. I said just believe me once. Nobody did. They just stood there on the steps, staring at me, like I was a rabid dog, like I was born rotten. My dad couldn't even be bothered to look at me. My mom was crying, but not for me. She was crying over, how did I raise something like you? My oldest sister, Zhou Qingyue, stone-faced, told the guards to hurry it up so the neighbors wouldn't see. My second sister just adjusted her glasses and said, "Send her in, let her be reformed." My third sister, Zhou Yiwei, looked like she wanted to say something, but one glare from Big Sis shut that down fast. And Zhou Ming? He stood in the back, head down, shoulders shaking, looked scared, but only I caught that split second when he looked up, and there it was, a smirk. That smirk, I'll never forget it. 3 years, 1,095 days. I'm back. Today's sunny, blazing actually. Sun's so bright it hurts your eyes. I'm standing outside the Zhou family gate holding a faded canvas bag. Just one bag. That's everything I owned for 3 years. I glanced down at my outfit. Gray shirt, washed so many times it's practically white. But every button is done up. Top one included. The doctor said dressing neat is the first step to maintaining order. Said people like me need structure more than anything. I am a person who follows the rules. The gate swings open. First one out, Zhou Ming. Same as always. Pale, clean, light gray loungewear, soft hair falling over his forehead. The picture-perfect, harmless little puppy look. He spots me and his face shifts. Fast. First a freeze, then his eyes go red. Then this big, emotional smile. Equal parts shocked and heartbroken. He jogs over. "Bro, you're finally back." Grabs my arm, voice cracking. "Bro, it must have been rough in there. Me and Mom and Dad, we thought about you every single day. Couldn't wait for you to come back." Thought about me every day? I felt nothing. I just looked down at the hand gripping my arm. These same hands, 3 years ago, personally handed that fake evidence to my dad. "Bro, why aren't you saying anything? You're not still mad at us, are you? Back then I had no choice and the evidence all pointed to you." He didn't finish. Then my mom came rushing out, dark red cardigan, hair noticeably whiter than 3 years ago. More wrinkles, too. The second she saw me, her eyes went red. She stumbled down the steps, arms wide open. "Ting Ting, my Ting Ting." She pulled me in tight, whole body shaking. "You've been through so much. It's Mom's fault, I'm so sorry." I didn't move. Her tears were on my neck, warm, a little salty. She still smelled like that perfume, the one that used to make me feel safe, feel like home. But now there's only one thought in my head. Her feelings are not my problem. The doctor said emotions are just noise. I don't need to listen to the noise. I stepped back, quiet, steady, just enough to get out of her arms. Her hands froze in midair. The look on her face? I don't know how to describe it. Kind of fascinating, honestly. Ting Ting. She froze. Zhou Ming swooped in immediately. "Mom, she just got back. She probably needs time to adjust. Don't be upset. She still cares about us, I know it." Third sister Zhou Yiwei came running out too. Off-white dress, hair down, eyes already red. "Ting Ting." She reached for my hand. I stepped aside. Her hand hung there. She let out an awkward laugh. "Ting Ting, you got so skinny. Were you not eating in there? I'll have the kitchen make you something good." I looked at all of their faces. Honestly, I could see the tears, the pain. It was all right there. But I felt nothing. Just empty where the heart's supposed to be. Like a dried up well. You drop a stone, you don't hear it land. The doctor was right. You can train yourself out of feeling. Then, heels on the stairs. Big sister Zhou Qingyue, same as ever. Dark blazer, hair pinned up perfectly, zero expression, eyes cold enough to kill. She's the one who really runs this family. And she's the one who personally had me shipped off 3 years ago. She stood at the top of the steps, looking down at me. That same cold, calculating stare. "You're back." Same icy tone. 3 years. Did they teach you any manners in there? The second she said that, the whole place went dead quiet. Mom stopped crying. Third sister shut up. Even Zhou Ming went still, standing off to the side, eyes darting around, waiting for the show. Everyone was watching me. 3 years ago, if she'd said that, I would have dropped my head, eyes burning, and whispered, "Big sis." I know I was wrong. Would have begged her not to look at me like that. Would have broken down explaining how good I'd been in there. But now I looked up, at her chin. The doctor said looking someone in the eyes triggers unnecessary empathy. Look at their chin or their collarbone instead. Stays polite, stays rational. I spoke, calm, flat, no emotion. "Ms. Zhou." The second those words left my mouth, Zhou Qingyue's brow snapped together. My mom gasped, "Ting Ting, what did you just call your sister?" I ignored her and kept going. I need 3 things. 1, my own room. 2, my phone. 3, My ID. Word by word, no rush. Like I was checking in at a hotel front desk. Mom panicked, reaching for my hand. Ting Ting, what are you talking about? This is your home. I'm your mother. Did something happen to you in there? Talk to me, I'm right here. I stepped aside again. Mrs. Zhou. I looked at her. Can my request be addressed now? Those two words hit her like a knife. Her face went pale, lips trembling, tears came pouring down. What did you just call me? Are you out of your mind? I'm your mother. Would you prefer Miss Zhou? I asked, completely sincere. The doctor taught me, radical honesty is the sharpest way to cut through emotional manipulation. I wasn't trying to hurt her. I was stating facts. Biologically, yes, she's my mother. But legally, she's just Zhou Jianen's wife. Zhou Tingyu let out a cold laugh. Enough. She cut off my mom's crying and fixed her eyes on me. So 3 years in there and now you've got tricks. Think playing this game is gonna get you what you want? She turned to the housekeeper. Get her ID and old phone. Put her in the guest room at the end of the second floor. Let's see how long she keeps this up. She thought I was performing, thought this was some kind of guilt trip or protest. I didn't argue. The doctor said right and wrong aren't feelings. They're actions and evidence. What they think, that's their problem, not mine. I took back my bag, grabbed the ID and phone from the housekeeper and headed for the stairs. I hit the corner, and Zhou Ming followed. He stepped in front of me, out of sight from everyone downstairs, and just like that, the whole heartbroken brother act dropped. Completely. Low voice leaning in. Bro, I'm genuinely glad you're back. He sighed and got closer. But bro, don't bring up the 100 million again. Big sis is still pissed. You cause more trouble, they might just send you back. The whole time he talked, his eyes were locked on my face. He was testing me, waiting for me to blow up like I did 3 years ago. I didn't take the money, it wasn't me. Then he could go running downstairs and get the whole family to condemn me all over again. Classic playbook. I looked at that fake face of his and said quietly, are you asking me to be reasonable, or are you asking me to keep taking the hit? Zhou Ming froze. He clearly didn't see that coming. What are you even talking about? I'm looking out for you. Lying is bad, slander is bad. The doctor said so. I looked at him, voice even quieter, like I was reading off a fact sheet. If you're warning me, and then you need to produce evidence linking me to that 100 million, and if you're threatening me, I paused, still perfectly polite. Whoever crosses the line first deals with the consequences. Young Master Zhou, move. Blocking someone's path is also rude. Zhou Ming stared at me like he'd seen a ghost. No anger, no fear, just still water. I didn't acknowledge it. Walked right past him, down to the guest room at the end of the hall. The moment that door clicked shut, I locked all of it out. Room wasn't big, but it was clean. Fresh sheets, a little pothos on the desk. I stood at the window looking down at the perfectly trimmed hedges in the garden. 3 years, and this house hadn't changed at all. But I'm not the same Zhou Ting from 3 years ago. I pulled out my old phone, hadn't been charged in 3 years, plugged it in. Screen lit up to what felt like hundreds of unread messages, all from 3 years ago. I didn't open a single one. Went straight to notes and typed, observation log, day 1. Physical boundary established. The doctor was right. Keeping records is the best way to stay clear-headed. I sat on the edge of the bed and watched the sky outside slowly go dark. Zhou Ming's face kept coming back to me. That fake smile. That fake concern.